is a lot is in the news because there's an article and they're saying it. Achieving prosperity for the Iraqi citizen according to the law of the central bank is not done by distributing money, but rather by making the currency valuable, which clearly tells us they have to change the rate. They intended on changing the rate and getting things done, which was good, because it goes with all the other information that they were putting out. They haven't given them information in the mosque, again, that they haven't been putting in print articles. So again, telling them that the new currency is coming in the coming days or a couple of days, letting them know that the value is going to change. They're still re-emphasizing that the dinar is worth more than the dollar. All the good things we want to hear. So we got two ways we can look at this. We can look at this, well, actually it's three ways. I'm going to go through all three of them. We can look at this as all this is a really big build up to June the 1st. Because they're still saying June the 1st, everything's going to be done. Budget's going to be done. The people can have their currency. The dollar's not going to be in Iraq anymore. All the POS should be in place and running. They did say the quantum leap that they're about to go through should have begun, all by saying June the 1st. What's today, the 5th? So that's in 25 days. If we can say 25 days, we're hoping and praying, because I am, that this thing will be over. We'll be doing something else this summer. Planning our new lives. Some things to look forward to, which there are. Now we can look at May the 10th. Oh, wait a minute, for that. We can look at the middle of the month, which is what D.C. is saying. They're ready and planning for the middle of the month. Now, I picked the 15th out, so that's the middle of the month to me. It could be the 12th, it could be the 18th, but they're saying the middle of the month is when they're looking for it to go. Well, that's shorter than the end of the month, so we should still be happy. We could look at what Sudani is saying, that he wants the last discussion on the budget to be by the 10th. If that's the last discussion, then all they got to do is take the vote. And they said they didn't want the budget to go through until they had the new rate. I don't know if that's better than the middle of the month or the same thing as the middle of the month. Middle of the month, depending on what day you pick, I suppose. Or we could look at what my guy is hearing, which is it could be sometime this weekend. Well, he says this weekend through Tuesday now, is when they're being told it's going to happen. But if we go with Sudani's numbers, it's next weekend through Tuesday. Sudani and D.C. It's next weekend through Tuesday. But either way, what I do know is we better be ready. Don't have to get ready. And more importantly, don't miss that email. Because we only going to do it once. I'll tell you that. I'll be doing the same thing you guys be doing. Making my appointment, going to the bank, trying to get things done, just like you are. And I can promise that email is only going out once. That's it. Whoever's in is in, whoever's not is not. That's the way we're going to do it. But could it happen this weekend? The price is right. Oil's at 75. So that's a good thing. They're seeing their test runs. Everything went through with the POS last 2 days, so everybody's getting on the system. The businesses that they need, government, They now pay their taxes through POS, all their bills. So they're excited about that. And more important than that, they are constantly telling the people every day that it's coming, it's coming. It's coming soon, it's coming in the next couple of days. My guy, that's the window. So I already gave it to you guys. The window was from today, actually it was yesterday, because he said it could happen yesterday, through Monday. Today, he's saying today through Tuesday is when we could possibly see what he's being told. And I told you guys for the last 10, 15 years, sometimes he's been a week or 2 weeks ahead of himself or ahead of the actual information. That he has been. Ahead, and even the last couple of months, as I told you things that need to happen. He gave it to us before it came out. So we already knew it. And now we're ready. So not a whole lot of news other than that because it is Friday. Things go on. There's no bad news. Iraq is saying everything is going under schedule. And all we can do is wait. So I am waiting for, again, it's Friday. And I know you guys think people all around the world should stop whatever they're doing and call Tony and give him the information so he can give it to you. It just doesn't work that way. Some people have lives, other duties and responsibilities. So they call me and they respond when they can. Do I think I'm going to get something this afternoon? Absolutely. I am going to get an update just like I did last Friday. I am this Friday in their time frame. But right now, it could truly be any minute because the only thing not done is the budget. And they're saying they don't want to do the budget until they have the rate. Makes sense, doesn't it? Just think about it. Who would go through all this 6-month negotiation back and forth, changing it, assigning $10 over here, $200 over here, $50 over here, which only to announce the budget and 3-4 days later, a week later, put out a new rate and have to go back and do it all over again. I don't know an accountant in the world that would do that. Okay? Knowing they had to change it a week after, 2 weeks after, why not just wait and change it? I mean, do it all at one time. And that's what they've been saying. The argument is over. The budget is in place. They're just dividing up the pie. And some people want a bigger slice than what they have. Well, they don't even know what the slice is till they get to the final numbers, even though they're assigning numbers. So we're there. Let me see. Did I forget anything? Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah. Now, this is really crazy. In Iraq, Tish sent me a picture this morning. They had bank personnel, basically with bags in hands, walking through the deserts, because that's the picture, walking through the desert throughout the countryside, making sure everybody knew how the banks were going to work. They had packages to give out, forms to sign them up with, everything they needed.
Tony, I went to get on the call last Wednesday, and unfortunately, I forgot to put my hand up, so I didn't get to ask this question. Iraq has a window of time, you said, and then you said there would be our window of time, and then you sent out the tweet Wednesday saying you got your window of time. Is that one and the same as the Iraq window of time, or do they get their time, then they send it to you, and then you send it? Are you there?
Is that the same as what time?
Is your window of time exactly the same as the window of time that Iraq is getting, or are they different?
Okay. So, every time I do something like this today, I'm going to say, I know you got a 209 area code. I know that's down in Stockton, but you sound like you're from Texas. Okay.
No, I'm
so
actually living
I
in
started
Washington.
this call off. Wait. I started this call off to tell you guys what Washington's time frame was, what Saddam said on June, okay, or Iraq. Washington said the middle of the month. Saddam said the last discussion is the 10th, so that means the middle of the month. We should see the RV. And my guy said from today through Tuesday. Those are the windows, every one of them.
But you said on Wednesday you said you got your window of time. What did you mean that you got your window of time?
I mean, okay, I got the information from Iraq that I was waiting for. This is their window. That window right now is today through Tuesday. That's when they expect to see it. And then I said, but he has been typically a week, if not 2 weeks ahead of everybody else, even though he got the information. We'll see it. That's why I gave you all three windows that I have been given.
Okay, I understand that now. Thank you for that. My last question is, I know we've talked about this, but my 74-year-old brain has forgotten. What is the cap on Dinar? I know on Dong it's 50 million, but what was the cap on Dinar?
20 million.
20. Guys, thank you very much for your patience with me. I appreciate it. And I am out of here. Thank you.
All right. It's okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I only say that because whenever people ask me something, I just refer it back to Texas because Bus Lady likes to hear that. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Well, good. It's good at 209 as in Stockton, but I haven't.
Oh my God.
Now,
look,
yeah, you just wait.
Why is it every time I mention your name, Ray brings you on the call? Oh, God. I'm going to start asking who's next before I say anything.
What kind of foolishness is going on with this Texas thing? You're going to have to lay off Texas with this foolishness. I'm telling you. I'm like, what the hell? I know you didn't say
God.
that.
Wait.
How you doing
before
anyway?
we start,
How you doing?
Look, before we start, did you see all the comments about them Texas bushes in the front yard?
I don't have that kind of foolishness in my yard, so no, I just went right on past it. How about that? To quit your mess. Oh my God. I was like, you know what? Everybody don't have to walk through the field in Texas. We are in the city down here in these cities, you know what I'm saying? So but I do have a question. So
I do have a comment too. But you're the only city that let their cows walk down Main Street. But anyway,
no, we don't. We don't. Oh my God. All right. So with all of the three windows that you provided to us in your opening statement, why does the Iraqi contact feel like it's this weekend? What makes him feel like that? Because I know that the Treasury feels that it's, basically, like you said, next weekend. What would make him feel like it would be this weekend when we know Treasury have half of their thumb on them, So can you answer that?
Okay, let me tell you a secret. It's not going to be a secret after this. But I'm going to tell you a secret. They all lie. All of them. They lie. Okay? None of them are going to tell us the exact time frame it's going to be because they all want us to be shocked and awed and surprised when it actually does happen. So, if I'm looking at Iraq has been saying 1 June for the last 6 months, everything's going to be done. I can look at that and say, okay. I can halfway believe that because they've been moving, trying to get that done. I can look at what Washington is saying, okay, the middle of the month, but they didn't give me a day. They didn't give me a 4 or 5 days. They just said the middle of the month. It could happen. Right. I could look at Iraq, and they're telling them in the coming days, the next couple days, but it wasn't all over by the 10th of discussion, then that would make sense. But himself, when he says, this is what I'm here being told, he is one of those guys, you know. This is our plan. This is what we're planning for right now. If everything goes as planned, this is what is supposed to happen. So
yeah, I get you.
But the key is, does it go as planned?
Yeah. So, as far as the banks that you were talking about, that is offering the 4% and all of that, is that a year? I haven't really looked at anything in the news yet about that. But that would be annually, the percentages that we're offering?
Yeah. APY. Mm-hmm. But guys, it started with one. Somebody sent me a text the other day saying, man, they opened the floodgate. And yes, they did, because now everybody's having to change. If you looked at, who was it? It was Goldman Sachs, but it was, I forgot who it was right now. Anyway, they said they got $990 million in 48 hours when they changed that rate. Well, the rest of the banks took, paid attention to that and said, this is a game changer. Because it's a game changer, and it's a regular savings account. You don't have to do nothing special. Time. You don't have to do any limited time. It's not restricted. It's your money. So that changed the game. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's about time. I mean, getting that, you don't get anything from these banks on any type of interest, to me, that's worth anything, whether you have $1 million or what, and putting it in, it's crazy how they're doing that, but it's time for somebody to make a change. So as far as the ATMs and the new small category notes and all of this stuff, where are we with that? They're loaded and ready to go. It's just a matter of the button being pushed at this point, right?
That's what they're telling the citizens. That's what I'm hearing. They are loaded and ready to go as soon as this is announced. The only thing they're going to do is, they were going to distribute some coins and those things out to the merchants to get it out to the streets faster. So as it happens, and so they would have the ability to make change. That's how they were going to get the coins to the people, besides people going to the bank.
Okay. All right, well, that's my question. Those are my questions, rather. So hopefully we'll see something between now and next weekend. I'm hoping it's over by then, next weekend. Really this weekend, but I'll
Me too. Hopefully it's over this weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Well, bye. Talk to you later. Y'all have a good weekend.
Bye. Is it true that the Iraq dinar is only going to be asset-backed when it's on the Forex at 1-to-1? That's the first question. What do you think about that?
Only going to be asset-backed. Well, that's what we want it to be. Asset-backed includes everything. Oil, gold, their reserves, their contracts, everything. That's what's supposed to be because they are qualified for that. So
I see. So in other words, it's not asset-backed yet, not until it's 1-to-1 on the Forex.
No, it is now. It's just not at the same value. But, yeah, when it goes live on Forex, it's a new rate. Will be.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. The other question I wanted to ask you is about the Fed funds. Due to the limitation of the $250,000 that we have per bank, if we're doing Fed funds, we can't technically put $10 million overnight and get that 1% if there is a tie into the bank, or it doesn't matter that the bank, that it's more the federal government will cover it but I would be concerned since the funds are going from the bank itself, and there's only a limit to $250,000, on the FDIC. Would we be putting our funds at risk doing anything over $250,000?
Okay. First of all, you're a little confused.
Okay.
We don't get paid on the overnight. That's not our money. The bank gets paid on the overnight, not us. So we're not putting anything at risk. It's already at the bank. So that's their money. The only thing we're using that information for is to justify our interest rate or let them know, I know what kind of money you're making. So you can't tell me you can't give me 10% a year when you're making 22% a month. That's at 1%. Okay. And right now it's at 4% on overnight. So they're really making a kill. But again, on your exchange, that guy doesn't know that. You have more information than he does. But I got to let explain it to him. I know what's going on, okay? Same thing with fractional banking. We don't get paid off of that. The bank gets paid off of that. Multiplied by 10, well, maybe 9 today. The interest they're charging each person that they're loaning it to, I mean, they're making money, but that's their business. I mean, that's what they're there for. And I'm okay with that. Just give them a little bit that I'm asking for. All right?
Correct. Now, I just wanted to mention to you that I have... go ahead, Tony.
Hold on. Your account is going to be limited to $250,000. FDIC insured, except for, and I didn't keep it today, a new one came out with the 4.5% with FDIC protection. It said up to $5 million. So
wow! Is that with Apple or is that with Bank?
Do what?
Is that with Apple Bank or is that with several other banks as well?
I only saw one bank this morning that said it. I'm not even sure it was Apple.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so those are things you guys have to go out there for. Well, I didn't even know FDIC insured more than $250,000 until I saw it.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what to expect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This could be the ultimate weekend, but not the next, I'm thinking. But anyway, I'm ready for today. All right? I am ready for any time after 4 o'clock today, to tell you the truth. I just don't think it'll be before that, but after the market close. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, somebody called me, Tweety Bird. You guys know who Tweety Bird is? Wait, not that Tweety Bird. My Tweety Bird, Tish. Tish called me. Are you looking at the market? Because she was looking at it, and it kept zeroing out, zero out, especially the dinar and like 7 other currencies. There's something strange. And then I called my trader. I said, are you seeing this? He said, never seen it before. So she said, never seen it before. Something was happening. So they got a little excited. And they was expecting something, but we never know. We know right now, last weekend, this weekend, and I don't know about next week, probably that, they are looking for something over the weekend to either get started, to change, whatever. So that's what I'm saying, after 4 o'clock. Those are our best times to start looking for it today. All right? With that, I need to actually wish a speedy recovery to Pam D. She's one of our transcribers. And actually, I'm just thinking, she texted me something yesterday. Forgot what it was. Anyway, she's one of our transcribers. And we want to wish her a speedy recovery. And thank you for being there. We really appreciate it. All right, guys, nothing but good news. If I do get an update later this evening, tomorrow, I will tweet out as much as I can, or at least that I got it. It's good. Tell you to get ready, whatever it contains, and then we'll go from there. So if not, I want you to do what I'm going to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be super fantastic while you're doing it, and share the super fantastic. Enjoy the weekend. If nothing else, check your system. Make sure you're in for the email. I'm sure hoping to send it to you. All right, Ray.
All right, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us for this fantabular Friday, closing out the week. Let's see what happens over the weekend. Time will tell. Keep believing. We sure do.